So, right.
Hello,
everybody. Hello. That's me, Phil, and that's Tony. And welcome to the live stream. Yeah, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the lockdown live stream, I should say. Yes, it's Tuesday again. Right. It's Tuesday again, 8 o'clock. It's that time. So, how are you, Tone?
Well, I'm bloody marvellous, Mr. P. You know, it's it doesn't seem like a week, does it? A week's a very short time in lockdown.
Yes, it is, and
especially when you've gone back to work.
Yeah, well, some of us have took the gallant option of staying away for now. So
yeah,
but
I think you're probably wise.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah. So but at least I've still got something to do, so keep my mind occupied. Oh, Tom's in. Hello, Tom. First on the block. Hello.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, there you go. I'll give you a special hello wave. There you go.
Yeah. Hello. I do a cool one.
That's more freaky seeing it come towards you actually, rather than from the side. Yeah. So how are you getting on with your bike then, Tom? God, that sounded really Norfolk, didn't it? Then how are you getting on?
Oh, good we.
Well, how are you getting on, boy? Yeah. How are you getting on?
I'm still attaching cables because there's rather a large number of cables. There's 2 throttle cables, a clutch cable.
Hang on. Just 1 second. Hang on, Tone. I'm just going to put you on full screen. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah. Right, there you go. All the brake cables on the front and on the rear. And I've just attached the clutch cable, which is for you amateurs, this one here. And yes, the throttle cables are sticking through the front there as well somewhere. So they've got to be attached. There's what you can see, the 2 cables that are dangling over the front mudguard. And I've just got to attach those. And then it's the ones that have got to be attached to the back, like the speedo cable, to be attached to the back of my rather proud of this, so I will demonstrate this. Okay. Can we see? There we go. Me clock binnacle there. So I've just got to attach the speedo cable and the rev counter cable to the back of those, which have got to be put into the clock assembly and all the headlamp and everything. So it's all got to be made as one big item. So I'll get on with that possibly this evening. And I have given the bike another good coat of paint, and I'm now starting to put the decals on the tank, if that eventually becomes clear. There you go. I've seen you do this. There you go. So that's coming along. Obviously got to have the Ducati ones on the side of the tank. And then once they're on there, just the petrol cap to go on the top to sort of cap it all off. So it should start to look like a bike very well, even more like a bike very soon. And there's stuff to go on the tail piece as well. There's a couple of green stripes that run along the back here. I will get the hang of this left and right business in a minute. And yeah, there's decals to go on there. And then the seat base has got to go on there as well. And then we'll see where we are from there. And I have been fiddling with the Jag engine as well. So I've been sort of slowly picking out bits on that. We get it in focus somewhere or other. Like the tops on the carbs, and picking the stainless bolts out where the inlet manifold is there between the heads. I mean the head bolts on the top there, and we've got the manifold picked out because they were very shiny on these. They must have done some sort of ceramic coating on the manifolds, I'd imagine, because they always were nice and high gloss finish on them. But it's coming together quite nicely. There's a fair bit of detail on there. Even the cam covers and everything are all given a nice sort of chrome finish because they're all highly polished aluminium. So it comes together quite nice. So having 2 on the go is a bit easier because you stop, you can carry on with another one. But I dare say you know all about that, don't you, Phil? Having Hello.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I have
Hello.
several on the go. Yes, several on the go. And we are talking about models. Yeah. Right. Just speaking to the people in chat. Dave's in. Dad is in. Yeah, we're all good. Thank you, Dave. So yeah. So that's Tony's progress so far on his Ducati. Right. I'm just going to just put you off of camera for a minute, Tone, just so I can just sort of.
That's all right.
Give a.
So because I don't want to get caught swearing anyway. So I'm going to try and catch the throttle down.
All right. Hang on. I'll be back in a second. Or you'll be back in a second. Hang on, mate. Right. So what I've been up to is I've been waiting for this base to arrive. Mini art vacuum formed pavement, but it's going to need a lot of work to it because it comes in two halves and the join is pretty poor. So I've got to get that all sorted out. Denubbed it all this afternoon, which a couple of you probably noticed that I was moaning about it in Chris's stream earlier on today. Must have been at least sort of 200 sort of vacuum form pimples on the top of there, but we managed to get them all done. So put that in primer so I can see the gaps. Did put one layer of filler in there, but yeah, it's going to need another one. Also got myself some foam board and started making a wall, which is at the back here, and also get this in focus. There we go. Also a front of a building as well, which I'm trying to pick that picture that I showed people last week. So, or a variation of it. So yeah, that's my first time of sort of building something like this, especially using foam board. So yeah, it's not bad going at the moment. So that's going to need some more detailed painting and what have you. So and on the tank, we've got. If anybody was watching my Facebook live stream, I was having deliberations about this guy. Let me just get myself a. Here we go, little pointing stick. This guy, he was the one who was holding the rifle with the grenade launcher on the front. I didn't like how the way it looked, so I've basically took him apart, bent his leg by chopping it and moving it about. You can't see it now because it's actually all been repainted up again, but and put different. Oh, come on, I'm putting up for see. There we go. In different poses, I've got different arms from the actual other option of tank commander that came with the kit. And so what I've done is I've managed to reposition it so it looks like he's about to jump off, and what I'm going to do is I'll be putting his rifle in his hand, sort of just like, you know, so it's like he's just getting that out of the way before he jumps over. So yeah, so that's all good. And also we can come around here, I've put a few more bits of the improvised armor, but I've also made a tow cable, which at the moment is in position there because I've just been tacking it down, but I've left the front sort of just unhooked. Well, it's hooked at the moment underneath here, but I've left that so it's not glued so I can get the top off. But that's done with 6 strands of cotton. Yeah, 6 strands of coot cotton wound together, and then put some super glue over it, and then paint it up afterwards, and made some little hooks and eyes using some poly or the vinyl out from wire and what have you, and made some hooks, and also tied up the rear stowage. So that's me as far as I've got as far as. So that's it. We'll get Tony back in the room, and here we go. Yeah, so that's my progress. what I'll do tonight is I might actually sort of just paint a little bit more of this this building. But what's in the chat here? You can tell it's a do crappy. It's in bits in a garage being fixed. And Dave also says foam board, my favourite stuff to work with. Yeah, I've not really sort of experimented with it until now. Sort of seen plenty of people on YouTube making buildings and such like. So I thought I'd give it a go. And yeah, a couple of attempts, but yeah, not too bad actually. The wall was probably the hardest, longest part that I took to sort of try and get right. And but yeah, hopefully so far so good. That's going to need some washes to tone it all down. But let me just move these matey boys out of the way. But yeah, they're not gonna stand properly, are you? No, I didn't think you would. Right, let's just move that over there, and then shift that back. Right, and right, whilst I've got, hang on. Just take that off of there. Also done. I thought I'd just try a little inside sort of detail work as well. I thought I'd put a sort of wooden floorboards down, but that's not a very good idea because they're all starting to curl up at the back there. But yeah, what the hell? So
you use your lollipop sticks.
No, that's veneer. That's veneer, that is. So that's so that's probably why I shouldn't have probably put so much glue on. That's probably why they've curled up. But that's a lollipop stick. Yes, well done. Yes, good for noticing that. And got some veneer on the outside. Oh, you mean that? What as the floorboards?
Yeah.
You mean? Yeah, no. Yeah. No, well, no, that's true. But then it had probably been a bit too, because if I had the foot, I suppose I could have done. But yeah, I thought, well, I'll give this. Hang on, let me just move the tank out of the way because I keep knocking it. Right, let me get. There we go. That's better. Let me pull this back a little bit. Right. So I thought, well, I'll give it a sort of go. I was going to put a door in here, but then I thought, well, I couldn't see a door on the picture, although it probably was a bit off the camera, so I didn't bother. So it's probably turned out slightly smaller than I would have done, but there you go. So anyway, I put a window in there, and then sort of making all the brickwork. And I thought to myself, well, this had a sort of like a crazy sort of paving sort of style here, and I thought, well, I can't really do that. I haven't got the tools to make the foam sort of behave like this, but in a crazy pattern sort of way. You can see where if you run over, it'll make. That's it. You got one chance at it, and that's it. But so I thought, well, why not? I'll see if I can just sort of put some filler on it, and then sort of make it look like it's been plastered over the front of bricks. So I done that side, and I thought, well, what the hell? So I tried on the top here, and sort of marked out where I wanted it roughly, and then just sort of laid the polyfiller on. Let it dry, sand it down a little bit, and paint it. So I think that's come out quite well. So
you're not going to put a Banksy mural on the wall there, then, on that nice clean bit.
Oh, what? Sorry.
A Banksy sort of mural on the wall.
Yeah. Well, no. I could, I suppose, put some kind of Nazi propaganda, but then I thought, no, I won't do that. But yeah, so then it's just a case of sort of putting. The sort of layout together. What I'm going to do is actually make sort of more of a pavement to go on the bottom of this. So then that'll raise that up off of this, so it looks like a sidewalk. So hang on.
How are you going to lay it out then? What's the layout we've got?
Basically, how I just had it, but the only thing, hang on. So having the tank as obviously the main. Yeah. The main subject, probably sort of 3/4 of the way. Hang on, let me just pull this up a bit so we can see what we're doing. Right, so around about sort of like 3/4 of the way out. then obviously this in this corner here. Now, how these figures are, and you know, they're not the greatest of posers, and I have been looking around for other sort of posers, but I mean, I don't want to go down the route of getting resin figures that are about 20, 22 quid a go. So I'm not gonna be doing that. But I thought, well, what I could do is I could either have the wall completely up to the building like it is, i.e. as it is in the picture. So, and then try and figure out what to do with the figures, because I mean, obviously in the, you know, in the actual photograph, they're all lined up at the front here or at the side of the thing. Or what I could do is I could have a gap in the wall, so that sort of basically like a side entrance, and then maybe put another piece of the building behind it, so it's sort of like the opening to a courtyard, and then have something either going on behind there, and then having these guys sort of telling the tank to stop, and having a couple of you know, the figures around sort of going by the side entrance. And this one actually, you know, because he's sort of looking sort of around a corner, if you like, he's ideal for that to be in that little alleyway bit there. So I don't know, but it's then figuring out what the hell they're looking at in that courtyard, and then I've got to also replicate this on the back, which I'm not going to be able to do now, because what I've done is I've used a spare bit of that, or I could just paint it black, you know, and not bother. So I don't know. So it's still a work in progress. What's this? This is a heavy subject job. What's wrong with a happy clappy rose garden model? Evening, Ange. Ange is back. Right, what we got? Green Stuff World has brilliant graffiti decals. Oh, I might actually give him a look, Dad. Yeah. And Banksy job, yeah. Best way to do wood in foam board is to scrape a copper suede brush gently over it, and then use a propelling pen. Yeah, without the lead in. Right, yeah. I've got a mechanical pencil. Yeah, I might actually try that, Dave. Yeah. But I was just actually sort of messing about, because I had the laminate just to sort of just try and sort of line the inside of the actual window there to make it look sort of, obviously, you know, the wooden sort of sides before I sort of make up a window frame. But yeah, that's worth a try. That. Thank you, Dave. Yeah. So yeah, so I'm sort of a bit sort of stuck for choices on what to do. So whether I, you know, sort of try and get a subject to go in behind here, which will be like the courtyard. Obviously, this will all be raised up with some more foam board, or have it closed off and nothing at all, and just have the pavement on the outside. So I don't know. It's still all a bit up in the air, that one. So yeah, but I mean, it's coming on quite well, actually. So I was quite. I think what I was sort of more concerned with was the tow cable, because I thought to myself, well, there's one thing that's missing off of this, and you know, on all the pictures that, you know, I could see 90% of them had this tow cable, you know, still attached to the vehicle, rather than being wound up and just sort of bundled on the back. It was just laid out, and the actual brackets for this to be sort of like stowed are actually molded onto the hull. So I thought, well, just need to make one, and there we go. Happy days. So yeah, so I'm just sort of deciding now what to do, sort of whether to have anything at the back there or not. I'll just have that closed and sort of then figure out what I can do with the figures. But I'll have to wait, have to see. I mean, if people want to put comments in the bottom of the video, to what they want to see, or whether they what they think is a better idea, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. It's just that there's not many good poos. I mean, I've managed to change this one, like I say, sort of managed to change him so that he's actually sort of more, should we say, natural sitting on there. He's actually got his hand on the side there. Actually got his hand on the side, ready to jump off.
It does look better.
Yeah. Rather than sort of just what's name. Terry's here. Evening, Terry.
Evening.
Yeah. You got a question from Dad, Tone. Dad's asking, what's the album of the week?
This week, what's this for? Killing Joke, which has helped me in a bit because that is part of stuff that I'm trying to do tonight. So,
what kill jokes?
So that's one ticked off already. As a certain challenge, somewhere through this entire thing, I've got to try and drop the every track off the album.
Ah, I see. Right, gotcha. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that could have been worse. We could have been doing like famous presidents or sort of something like that instead. There you go, Dad.
Unfortunately, you won't see this T-shirt because my mum used it as a duster many years ago, and I'm still angry about that.
Oh dear. So,
I've never forgiven her.
And is that why you only take her out every other Sunday then, is it?
Yeah, it's nothing to do with lockdown.
Right. No, it's the T-shirt. It's all about the T-shirt.
You're just not coming out. You use that T-shirt as a duster.
Oh dear. Yes. Yeah. But I take it she's aware of this fact then. Yeah.
What's that?
She
knows about that.
Oh right, okay, that's all right then. Because
and I never let her forget when she broke my thumb, Phil.
Well, no, I don't think I'd let anybody forget that they broke my thumb. To be honest with you, well, in fact, I wouldn't think I'd let them forget they broke anything of mine. So, let alone my thumb. So, there you go. Yes,
it was, as I say,
like my Elvis mug, and my Spider Pig mug. And oh dear, I'm worried now. I think Tony is a wormhole, and the other end is my album collection. No, I think you'll find that. I think you'll find that Tony's got his own collection. So, but yeah, that'd be a good idea though, wouldn't it? You could interchange, swap albums. Yeah. Right. So
we could have a different Killing Joke album if that's what you want. If you want the original and the best. Yeah. So, I think a much more stunning backdrop. There you go. We'll have that one up there.
There you go. Yes. Right. So. There you go. If it's got Sex Pistols, never mind. And AC/DC Black. What's that? Oh, back in Black. Is it? It is.
Hang on.
Oh, hang on. Oh, come on, Tone. I thought you had these all in alphabetical.
Oh well, not everything's on vinyl. Hang on.
Oh, well, look out! You got him started now. There you go. Never mind. There you go. Something for everyone.
I forgot what the other challenge was.
Song titles.
Oh right, yes.
Yes. Well, yeah. Right.
That's
So.
all right. I'm working on them. I've got a very long time to get through these. I already dropped another one in there, but you know.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I don't think
But,
I don't think anyone that actually paid any attention to
I've
that.
sent someone a list. He's got to see if he's. I'm going to see if he's paying attention.
No, I
How
didn't
you
get
work
it.
your audience.
I didn't get the list.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, you've got other things to occupy your mind.
Yeah, like running this whole show. Yeah. Right.
Yes,
So
whole shebang.
yeah, the whole
You've got to follow
shebang.
the lead.
Yes. Right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think still. Yes. He is. What? What's that in relation to, Terry? What you've got the list, or I'm running the whole shebang?
Yeah.
Oh, he's following. Right. Okay. Right. He's so Terry's got the list.
Yeah. So he's following the leaders, Phil. That's what he's doing.
Right. Right. Gotcha. That's another. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Another title. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to. Where are we? Here we go. Brush. Right.
Do something, didn't
I? Right. Just put my keyboard down there. Yeah, I say it makes me sound like I'm one of the Sex Pistols. Then, don't I? Put my keyboard down. Right.
That's more of one of the Stranglers. That was, Phil.
Oh well, that's true.
Yeah. Poor old Dave. We had the Dave moment last week.
Yes. Talk about that. Are you heard from your son, since he, because he was getting into trouble, weren't he, last time he was on here for joining, sort of coming on the stream rather than moving some furniture about. Yeah, he was getting into trouble for that, weren't he?
Yeah. No, I've spoken to him since then. I don't know whether he's.
He's still alive. Then that's all right.
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah, he finished burning the sofa, and
good.
Yeah. My phone keeps beeping. That's doing me head in. I don't know whether it's someone ringing me or texting me, or whether it's the phone's over there.
That's just an email.
That's over there. Even though I'm now pointing in the opposite direction, I keep forgetting it's all back to front. So.
Yeah, well, that's definitely not a phone call, because you'd have heard it, because you know your ringtone.
Every message comes up and warns me that it's there that way, so that's very irritating. But Phil,
I have to change the settings.
Whilst we were chatting,
yes,
I have connected the throttle cables. Look,
hey,
you can see them. The throttle cables are connected.
Oh, so lovely.
We've now got throttle cables, clutch cable, throttle cables, all the brake cables on.
Lovely. So what's next now? Speedo cable.
Yeah, I've got to cut them and attach them through the sort of back of some chrome binnacles, and then make up a little lamp of the make all this up.
Yeah, hang on. I've got the camera so bloody close to so I could get to show everyone what was going on. I keep whacking the side of my glasses. Yeah. Right. Okay. Right. I've just moved it out of the way a bit. Right. So I was so now that we've got a few people in the chat, how is everybody? Heard from Dave. He's fine. How are you, Dad? If you're still here, I did ask, but don't know if you actually replied.
Madness, didn't you, Phil?
I did.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was doing something, wasn't I? I get so involved with what you're doing, I think that I'm sitting here just be doing something myself. Right. All right, let's get those.
That's almost a bit like Bob Ross, then, isn't it? Really, you're sitting there watching him create a picture, and then you think, oh, I should be joining along, painting with him.
I'm sure if I knew what you were talking about, I'd know what you were talking about.
What, you don't know? You don't know Bob Ross, the joy of painting?
So,
The guy with
no.
the big fuzzy hair and the beard.
I've been
Always-
watching that thingy Perry. What's his name?
Who?
Grayson Perry. Grayson Perry.
Grayson
Grayson
Perry.
Perry's art club.
Oh God! Oh yeah, I watched that the other. Oh, he's a bit weird. I don't know because Harry Hill was on there.
Yeah.
Harry, yeah, and I don't know who was worse. So I sat there and I was watching that, and I thought, oh dear.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was really interesting. I've enjoyed that.
Well, he's definitely eccentric. Right, Dad say he's good. Starting my own clean. Yes. Dad's starting his own cleaning company tomorrow. He's going round his daughters.
Well, I'm making a quick exit and just see what's going on my phone.
Right, all right. Terry knows who Bob Ross is. Good. I'm glad someone else does. Yeah. Maybe I'll have a happy accident later on tonight. And I still keep hitting my head on this damn camera. Hang on. Sorry, people. Right, Philip, I just sent you a pic on Messenger of wood floor and other. Oh, right, lovely. Cheers. I'll see if I can pick that up. Bob Ross is a god. Yeah. Once I started watching him. Oh God, actually, I weren't long after I'd finished school. I don't think. That was.
It was in black and white then.
You what? Sorry.
In black and white then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, I remember watching him, and he was great. Yeah. I mean, there used to be. Can you remember back? Oh, how old are my kids now? Yeah, about 35 years ago at Hemsby, there was a bloke who was doing sort of the same sort of thing, but he was doing them live there and selling them.
Is this a question to me?
Yeah, well, I did say, yeah.
No idea what you're talking about.
No, you don't. Then no, but there was a guy.
You're just making things up.
No, I'm not actually. No, there was then Anne's not in chat anymore, I doubt, but she'd probably remember. Where are we? So I just got just Dave said that he's just sent me a picture on Messenger about.
If that's something unspeakable, we don't want to know.
No. How to do wood flooring. And Dave's also saying, Tony, go stand in the corner until you have a happy little accident. Yeah. We can all have happy accidents now and then. Yeah. But yes. But no, I'm just surprised you don't know him or you've never heard of him. How?
No. Yeah, but you're always coming out with things I've never heard of, Phil. I'm sure you just.
No, I have not made it up. He is a true person. Right.
How all these things got to be.
Right.
Right.
So
7.5.
I'm just waiting for my messenger to load up so I can see this picture that Dave has sent me.
16.
I'm going to have to make up some brick tones, I think, aren't I? Because flat earth and that isn't going to really sort of make it. Although that'll all get a wash over on the top, but not too bad, I suppose. I can do some grey and all that on there. Right. Yes. Okay. Yes. Come on. Blimey, it's taking us time. Well, I've got 9 people so far watching us apparently, and only three in the chat in the last 5 minutes. So there's 6 other people who are not talking. Come on, at least say hi. Let's see who you are. Just say
There's
hello.
too much tension for them, Phil.
Well, you mean they can't stand the fame?
No.
I can't do it. I can't. I'm too afraid. I'm too scared. Yes. Tony, go on YouTube later. Yeah. Look, Dave has told you. This is an instruction now, right? You've got to do this. He says you've got to go on YouTube and type in the joy of painting, right? And if you don't instantly recognize it, then there's something.
Right.
Then you have seriously missed something in your life.
Okay. What sort of period in time would this have been?
Right. Well, let's see. I left school in 81, 82. So around about that sort of time, sort of mid to late 80s, I would say. Oh, and Dad is saying on the BBC iPlayer too. Yes, I heard that they've got the whole series of that on there as well. So
yeah, but if you left in 82 and it was a bit later on, you'd have been about 20. I'd have been about.
It might have been it might have been when I left school, or it might have been when I was in between jobs. I don't know. I can't honestly exactly remember, but I'm sure that was in the 80s.
But that's about the time, Phil, that I'd have been discovering the joys of drinking.
Yes, I suppose. I don't know. Is your good lady wife there?
Drying her hair. Just got out of the bath.
Ah, right. Okay. Well, in that case, then once she's back into the land of the free, just ask her if she remembers Bob Ross.
I'm sure she will. No, I mean that's honestly, that wasn't a sarcastic comment.
But there you go. Eagle Pete's in. Hi guys, busy gluing. Well, I'm painting, but hopefully someone else is gluing.
Well, I've been tying knots. I have.
And apparently Terry was saying Bob was still going in the early 90s. Yes, that was I think it was about 200 and something odd episodes. I think he done, because he was on what used to be called the Learning Channel. When it originally. Which is that Discovery or whatever it is now, but yeah, it used to be on there, and so actually, hang on, no, I must, yeah, hang on, ooh, no, later in life, no, that would have been after I took my redundancy after I'd had my my surgery, so that was actually when the kids were born. So yes, early 90s. 400. Terry's got Wikipedia up because he's just turned around and said 403 episodes. He's got Wikipedia up. Yeah. So yes, actually, it was. That must have been the early 90s. Then I remember seeing it then. God, that does seem a long while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, ask Mel.
Mel,
go on, ask Mel.
Mel, do you remember this person whose name I've already forgotten? Bob someone.
Bob Ross. Bob Ross.
Should I?
Yeah, no. Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Mel likes.
Do you can you remember it? Bob Ross, The Joy of Painting.
The Joy of Painting.
No.
Ah, man.
Who was it?
Who was it?
Apparently, it was about the time when we would have been out socialising a lot.
The 80s.
Mid to late 80s, he's reckon.
83 to 94, Terry saying. 403 episodes. Blimey, Tony's got
83 to
some...
94.
Yeah. And Dave is saying that, Tony, you got some binge watching to do then.
Only 403 episodes. Unfortunately, I'm back at work. What am I going to do?
They're only half an hour each, half an hour long, each episode.
So they're on, are they?
No, you can get them on.
On the iPlayer and YouTube, apparently.
Right. Hang on.
So, there you go.
Speedo cable's the longest. Right, okay. Right. I'm in mid flow, Phil. I'm gonna glue something.
Oh, steady on.
Oh no, I could muddle them both up. Which one was the longest one?
Right. What do you reckon? How's that looking?
Ooh. What? What have you done? Oh, you painted some bricks.
I have, yes. Yes.
So I was paying attention.
Well, it was a bit blatantly obvious, weren't it? Really, it was almost like like a shocking pink against a fluorescent green. You know, that will show up. Right, right. Ickle Pizza saying hi to Dad, and saying a good. Nickel Peter saying my daughter likes Bob Ross. She's doing a concept art degree. There you are. You see. Even now, he's being used as a reference for people's education. Yes.
Taking all this in now.
Yeah. I'm intrigued now.
Oh, there you go. Mel, get on your phone and Google him. Have a look on Wikipedia. I will. Yes. And I'll tell you, you'll be able to do. Big forests using art. Not artist brushes, but household brushes. Oh, wonderful man he was. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Now.
Yes, we'll know who told you how to do it, Phil.
Yep. That's it. I know who told me that. That was Bob Ross. He taught me that.
That was a hard one to get in there. That was, Phil.
What?
That was a hard one to get in there.
Oh, what the Speedo one?
No, the who told you how.
Oh, sorry, that was another title, was it?
I had to wait for ages for you to say something that I could actually use that sentence.
I'm not leading you into it, am I? Obviously.
No.
No, hang on, that's the wrong colour. That's the one I put on there last night. I don't want that because that'll be
The same colour, it wouldn't stand out.
It wouldn't. No, it won't be right. So that's that. That's that. Just put some earth on that. What I want is, where is it? Is that the one decked? Right. I think that's that one. Yes. Right. Yes. You're being congratulated by Terry for getting that one in, apparently.
Thanks, Terry.
Right.
Oops.
Just waiting for me to go and sit down, and then she'll come to the door.
Right. Now, is this going to be too light? I ask myself. I don't know.
Cool. We get there we go, and we clocks have now got chrome backs on them. If I can figure out how to turn around, there you go.
Ooh,
Hey,
ooh, lovely.
now I'm going to try and mount them onto the mounting bracket because that'd be a good
Ooh.
place to mount something.
Ooh, you be careful there. Make sure you be careful how you're mounting.
Because I didn't want them to fall off, because if they did, they'd be on the floor.
Well, yes, or they'd get caught in the spooks. Don't tell me that was another title.
What?
That one. Was that another title? Was it another song title? Was it?
Where did you hear that, Phil?
I think it was just the sort of the emphasis in your voice when you went, "They'll be on the floor," that sort of thing.
Oh no, that wasn't the bit.
Oh, wasn't it? Oh,
No.
right. Got you. So that was a bit more subtle than that. Then you sort of threw a curveball. You threw a curveball there. Then.
Did.
I see. Getting a bit crafty.
Right, so there's that. So there's that. It's got to go.
Did I say that I tried a YouTube live stream the other day? When was it Friday night? I think it was Friday night. It's on there for about an hour and a bit.
No, but I did see it on your site
On the page. Yeah.
Yes.
That was all right. There's a hell of a lot of lag though. Seemed to be about I think about 30 seconds, I think it was. So, you couldn't have a sort of, well, I suppose you could have a conversation, but it'd be like, having a conversation with someone over the other side of the world, like Australia or somewhere. But yeah, I mean, that weren't too bad, but you can't, well, you can type in the chat, but everything's all sort of not laid out like this, what we've got here, like what I've got here, like live stream. So, and but I might do a few more of them. Dave is saying,
Me.
oh yeah, Terry's saying yes. It kept giving him, yeah. It's because I kept recording bits and then deleting them because obviously I didn't want sort of test bits sort of being left on the stream on the page. But and Dave is saying time to worry is when Tony starts using Mac Lads lyrics. Mac Lads lyrics. I take it that's another reference that you'll get hold of, Tone.
A bit short on lyrics.
What? You mean to say you can't just spout them off? You normally do.
Yeah. I'm better with Elvis's ones.
Now, we are talking about Costello as opposed to Presley.
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
We will try this one now.
You could set up your own YouTube, and just have your own channel, just holding up record covers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's as far as we go.
Very good.
I might have to paint some of this black, Phil, because I've realised that from behind, I didn't bother to paint when I was doing this. I didn't paint around the. Let me see. I didn't paint in the back of the binnacle there.
I can't. Right.
And it's still red. And I didn't think it would. And now I'm thinking I might be able to see that. So I might have to paint that before I put this on there.
Oh, is that body colour? Is it?
Yeah. Oh, I haven't said that. I don't think you're going to see any of it. No, you won't.
And David's saying if you pull out a McLeod's album, it's his collection for sure. see, you have got a time portal.
No, I think he's got me there.
You're safe then, Dave.
I can do sort of because where I'm sitting, we start because it is sort of vaguely alphabeticalized. So the first we start with a bit of there you go, starting there
and ending
with sort of there. So various things in between.
So you're not totally all the way up to the or have you got not ZZ Top, but have you got Zeppelin under lead or Z for Zeppelin?
Oh no. Oh, I will say that you haven't said that. Zeppelin's under L.
Under L. There you go. Right. So you could have cheated then. You see, you could have put him at the end and said, "See,
I could have gone to Z, but I didn't really think about that." No.
Dave was saying not all the way to ZZ Top. No. No, it went as far as what was it? Neil Young, wasn't
it? Neil Young, or like you said, there is some Zeppelin in there.
Yeah,
but they're just not necessarily.
No, they're
a hard thing to do.
They're categorised by first name as opposed to surname. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I assume that Neil Young would be under N as opposed to Y, but then if that's the last one, it wouldn't make a difference, would it?
No. I suppose Zeppelin really should have been at the end. Now you've sort of said it.
Wow.
I don't feel bad about that. I might move Zeppelin at the end.
Oh dear, I'll start something now. Yes, right. No.
What do you think? Will the Mamas and Papas come under the Mamas or under the Papas?
Yeah, but have you got anything in between? Like, have you got any Nana Muscuri or? Well, there's some Marley. Yeah. Yeah, see that? Yeah, that
comes after.
That should be down there, shouldn't it? As opposed to being at the beginning. There you go.
Yeah, there's some John Mayall. Bit of McCartney. And the Men They Couldn't Hang, which sort of I couldn't quite figure out where to put them.
Yeah, so Dave is saying so. Tony's playing all the right notes, not necessarily in the right order. Yeah, it's a little bit off, a little bit off key, like Les Dawson when he used to play the piano. Yeah, start off perfectly fine, and then hit a bum note every now and again. Yeah, which was actually as hard to do unless you can actually play the piano.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It, yes.
You could never do it like that every time, could you?
No. Oh dear. Never mind, eh? How we miss all the classics. Right. So XF78. Right. So I'm getting confused now because I've just put buff on here, which I didn't think I put on here last night, and so that must be deck tan. I need. Right. Okay. Yes. Right. I mean, see if that picture's come through because I haven't opened up Messenger yet. So that keeps messing me about. No.
That's what Messenger does.
Yeah. No, it's not. I want to switch. Yes, I want switch account. I want that one there. Continue.
Ratio rabbit.
Right. Dave is saying that was the Morecambe and Wise sketch with Andrew Previn that still cracks him up. Yeah, they'd done that as well. Eric Morecambe, didn't he?
Mr. Preview.
Yeah. Right. Let's have a look.
Right.
Right. Come on. Come on, machine. Right. Here we go. Aha.
Aha.
Yes.
We're not going to start mentioning obscure Scandinavian bands now.
Scandinavian pop group. Yeah. No, that's right. No, I've just seen. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, that's good. I've just got the picture come through finally. Yeah. Yeah, that's ideal. Yeah, that might be a thing on that. What's your easiest way of getting this backing off? Because sometimes it'll come off, sometimes it won't. Well, I shouldn't say the backing. I should say the cardboard face. Hang on, let me just move my paint out of the way so I don't knock everything everywhere. Because it's obviously got card on either side, and this stuff hasn't got a, shall we say, a dull and a shiny. So just keep trying it, but one side will do it, one side won't, which I obviously expect. But then sometimes it won't do it at all. Now I've got it right first time, this time, but other times it won't, and neither side will. So I tried, but then again, I suppose it depends on the quality of the board, I suppose. But see, that side has come pretty well. Say pretty much clean off. It's a little bit at the end there that's not like it, but this side that won't, because I'll just peel off, but and then leave some behind. I tried. I had to put it in some warm water and get the rest of the backing off of these bits, which wasn't ideal. But is there another way of getting this stuff off, or do you just have to put up with it, or what? I don't know. Because there's no way of telling really, because like I say, there's no shiny and no flat side to it as such. So that's what you get when you get a big pack of A3 size for a tenner from off of the non-eBay people, the ones that deliver to you on a Sunday. Mr. P and Mr. C, I'm off. Been a pleasure watching. Keep up the good work. All right, Tom. Be good. Speak to you soon. Tom. Give my grandson a big hug and a kiss for me, will you, please? And then if you can't get to sleep, give yourself one from me as well. Hug and a kiss, those. and I hope Bonnie's all right. Working. I don't use the 6 foam stuff from B&Q. That craft board one side always comes off. It's cheaper to get 4x2. Yeah, the insulation board. Yeah, I mean, I did try and get some of that before. I ended up buying some foam for laminate go underneath laminate flooring, which I use on my bases to pack up. But sort of bolster up. But might have to have another look in there once things sort of calm down a little bit. Now that they're opened up, wait until the world and his wife have got what they want, and then I can go in there and have a look. But you say got 4x2 pack from B&Q for 16 quid. That's not bad, actually. Yeah. All right, Tom. Yeah, speak to you later, mate. Right. Well, that's such a subtle colour. There's hardly any colour change in this. So that's that was a poor choice. It was a really poor choice, that was. But there you go. Hey ho. Can't be helped.
Ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho. So I might have to
get a bit of the old.
Yeah.
About sort of a greeny, sort of washy sort of thing, so you can give it a sort of, that sort of slightly.
Yeah, I've got.
Does.
Yeah, I've got some acrylics, artist acrylics up there, which I shall mix up. But it's just getting some different coloured bricks in there. Actually, I might do a couple of grey ones as well, lighter grey ones. But yeah, I did do a wash on another. I can't remember what I've done with it now. I've done a smaller one of these to experiment, but I don't know what I've done with it. I've chucked it somewhere out of the way. But I've done some washing that on it with that, and that didn't turn out too bad. It took a long while to dry, but yeah, I might because I got some sort of browny sort of off colours and a bright green there for sort of like a mossy sort of colour. I can sort of mix up and sort of make a thin wash out of them.
No.
Right.
We're getting somewhere. We have assembled sort of headlights, clocks, and all that sort of. We'll get around that way round. What's going on?
Would that right now? Just yeah, that's all right. Yeah, just out of curiosity, Tone, would that actually be black, or would that have been silver, aluminium? That framework holding them to them bits on.
This is supposed to be red.
It's supposed to be red. Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Who's to argue with Tamia?
Yeah, no, it's red. Even more cables to sort of thread through, and the ones.
Hey, not got your little pointy tweezers?
Hang on. Yes. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, there you go. Should be able to thread them through a lot easier with them.
Yes.
No.
It's just sort of try to work in reverse of how.
Yeah. Now, would you reckon cornerstones better in sort of that colour or in a grey cornerstones would be grey, wouldn't you? There'd be more sort of a granite-y type things, wouldn't they?
Quite often they're made from the material of the area they're from, aren't they? Because you build with locally sourced stone. So depending on where this area is, sort of like the main materials would
well,
be,
at the moment, it's on top of my
sandstone,
table. Yeah, I have no idea. No idea.
Sandstone, couldn't it?
You what? Sorry.
Sandstone. It could be quite often a
Yeah,
sandstone, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be, I suppose. Yeah, let me just pick out another few, one or two. Might do one of these ones here, and then I'll see what other concoction I can come up with.
Right. So the speedo cable, which is that one, goes down and to there. So it goes down and through and to the front wheel on the back of the leg, and there. So you go that side. You don't go in the frame at all. You go down there, and you.
Me?
Go,
oh no, you. Sorry, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
Is go in through Hell's bells, Mr. P. Oh, there we go, and that goes through there.
Was that a little bit on the fiddly side?
Well, and now that's all got to be mounted somehow. How is that mounted? Nothing like that, is it? Like that. It's sort of funny looking arrangement. Sort of like that.
Ooh.
Sort of like that. It's got to be, properly.
Has the fairing got to go around that, or is that?
Yeah, that's why it sort of sticks out like it does.
Yeah, no, but I mean, yeah, but have you got to actually put the fairing on first before putting it onto the frame, or is that already?
No, the fairing sort of comes up. You put the front wheel through it, and then.
Yeah. Right, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So that's that can go on
the floor.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, don't scratch it because that's the only can of paint I've got. So you won't get no more unless you want pearl.
Right. She's a singer.
Yeah. And that wasn't on the Killing Jokes.
No, that was a bit more Elkie Brooks. That was, Phil.
Yeah.
So that's on there, isn't it? Right. Let's scrape the paint off that bit.
Right. That's a little bit variation.
Let's have a look. Oh yes.
What I want to do is I need to mix up a brick red, which is a reddish brown. Right. So what I'm going to do is get that.
Lots of stuff in chat. Let's have a look, butchers.
Yeah, you can be having a look through chat whilst I because I need to get myself a mixing container.
Has it just stopped?
Do what? Sorry, Tone.
You don't need to apologise. Was the last comment on there from Tom?
Yeah.
Something after that.
No. Saying speak to you later. Yeah, that's Tom. Yeah, last one. Right, let me just get myself a container. One sec.
No future. No
Right.
future.
Let's have a quick slurp of my coffee. Right. Right. Oh, I'm back with the world. Right. So, what I need. Where are we? Cocktail stick.
That should look right. I can't figure out what's going on there because I can't make out what I'm doing.
Right, let's just.
Oh, that wasn't right, was it? Should have been more of an angle.
So I'm running out of brown rapidly here, so I don't want to use too much.
Brown rapidly.
Yes. And it is one of my old jars of paint. This is. I mean, God knows how old this is. This must be at least, what, 20 years ago, because they don't make them in this size anymore. So, what's that one? See? That's how times have changed, look. Yes. So, let me just...
Can't get that angle. Can't work out where these clocks mount. This is doing me head in.
That's what made me ask whether that should have gone, they should be mounted into the fairing.
Oh, no. It's definitely sort of like a standalone item, but it's just sort of...
Right.
Let's have a look. Twist.
Right. Let's see what we come up with here. This is not going to be a very sort of opaque colour. I think this is going to be pretty much translucent, which is good because it doesn't make a difference because I've got a base colour on there, but it's not going to... Still could do a little bit more red. Dad, I'm using red. I'm using red, Dad, if you're still here. If not, I've got 3 people.
What you've done there is you put that in the wrong place.
Oh, you haven't.
No, that's all right. I've unstitched it, but it's just sort of trying to work out. Right, so that mounts there. That's definitely right. Even though that's showing them clocks at much more of an angle.
Yeah, that's all right, Dad. I got some gloss and I got some clear red as well. So no, I'm not totally out of red just yet. So we're all good. Right. So is that do with just a tad more brown, and then where is it? Lost it. There it is. But I will need to do another.
What would you need to do
another stock profile, I think, before too long. But I'll have to wait until I'm back to work before I can start getting more paint.
What use a work span to give over at Hannon's?
No, I can't, because that's they're not allowing anybody in over the counter, which is, we know. That's what I mean. It's a bugger. I mean, I could put it up for collection, but that has to go to Collingdale in London, near the tube station, apparently. So they won't even allow. That's wrong. That's so wrong. All I've got to do is knock on the door and say, "Hello, it's me."
Is it me you're looking for? That's where they go, Phil.
What's that? You found out?
Yeah. You go like that. I don't know why you couldn't see that before, because the instructions are so perfectly clear.
Were you wearing your foggy glasses?
Well, that might be half the problem, isn't it?
Right. What do you reckon?
Like
too red? Too red or and not brown enough? Tone?
Sorry, hang on, I was looking at me. What?
Too red and not brown enough?
When you get up, yeah, possibly a bit red, yes.
Right. In that case, I shall put some flat earth in as well.
Just like nothing on earth.
Right, that's just.
All that shaking going on. I can't get my glasses off to look at what you're doing, and I can't see when I try to do something myself.
Right, let's take that out of there. That's gone too red. Right, let's put that one back there. Right. Yeah, I shall have to get some supplies again once. Keep saying once everything's back to normal, but that's not going to be normal, is it? But the new norm, I should say.
Will we ever have a Twix?
Well, yes, Twix. Grey's the new colour because it's never been in fashion. It's never been out of fashion. Yes. I can't remember exactly how he said it. It's always been in fashion because it's never been out of fashion. That's it, because it's never been out of fashion. Yes, he's the nerdy one. Yeah. Yes, I remember the advert, but I just can't remember how he. I was trying to figure out how he said it. But, yeah, I'll have to get some supplies. Right, I think. Right, let's try that again now. Ooh, that might be a bit. That might be a bit better. Keep thacking that camera in my head.
Have to go through there. Speeder goes through there. That's better. I told you that looked wrong, didn't I?
Did you have on upside down, did you?
All right. Right there. So these here clocks.
Yes.
I had them mounted on, if you can see, end of that brackety thing there. Instead of having them instead of having them how I've got them now, I actually had them mounted onto the flat of this plate, so they were much more upright. Thought, that's a bit strange because they were sort of tucked behind the top yoke.
So they didn't. So they did. You didn't have the appropriate slant on them.
No. Looks a bit better now.
It didn't look aggressive. That's all I can say. That's as good as we can say at this stage. And depending on what it is, really.
That better? That's a better brown, sort of reddish brown.
Yes, that looks more. Yeah, it looks more like a brick colour, but a brick from over here.
Good. That's what I like.
Right.
Right. Not that I'll be doing too many of them because I don't want to have too much of a kaleidoscope of colours. Oh, did you see where I went there? Kaleidoscope.
Because we work in such a stressful environment, you have to get on well with the people you work with.
Me and Lucy have got a very strong bond. We work a lot together, don't we?
And we know that, you know, the other one is always there for you if you have a bad day or whatever. So, yeah.
They're my family.
Yeah, Mr. P. You know, sort of got.
Ooh, lovely. Did you glue the lens in with white glue?
The lens. It may look like the lens is in, but I haven't bothered putting it in yet, Phil.
Oh,
I figured I'll make sure I've got it all. No, it's just got a good reflection.
Yeah, oh, that's all right then. Yeah, I was going to say,
I'd rather leave it till the end, get it all positioned right, touch up anything that I need to touch up, and then put the lens in last.
Yeah, very good. What are you going to use to put it in with?
Thing. That'll come eventually.
Clear fix, the Humbrol stuff. Yeah, you could use that, or you could use PVA glue, or even just a dollop of clear gloss.
Ooh.
But you got some clear fix there, so that should be all right.
Yeah.
Well,
that's moved along quite nicely, and the handlebars still turning. Clear the clocks now.
Ooh. Most important.
Good boy. See how brave you were. He's sweet, isn't he? Gorgeous and he knows it. He is gorgeous and he knows it.
Joe gives Forrest the anesthetic.
Right.
Right. Just seeing if I can do a couple of other little ones, just to.
In a groove, and in smaller breed dogs, it's quite common that that groove isn't quite deep enough, and the kneecap can basically skip out.
Break up the monotony of it. PVA is your best bet, Tony. It will not fog them up. There you go. That's from Dave.
Right. Okay. I have got some of that somewhere.
Oh, that was lucky. I had my arm lent in this, stuck to my arm, but luckily no paint's come off. So I haven't sacriléged the red paint, Dad. So we're all right.
Oh, I've got to put some water in there because I need to wash my brush out.
Back in chemicals to recover, Sleepy Voice does a quick inventory to make sure everything's still intact.
Still there. Still there.
Right.
Oh, this piece.
Come on, Susie, you bit funny.
But not with Emma. UK's most all adventures in 2019. Try it out for £200. Now with 40% off.
Could you not just be tired? Could you not just be tired?
Now I've got to be so careful now that I don't put this red over top of this this filler that I've put on there, because that won't. Because that's a bit deeper than what I was expecting, so that ain't going to. Otherwise, it'll take a long while for it to cover up again.
Right, let's try and connect that cable to there. With my can't see what I'm doing glasses on.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Just drop the tank on for effect, Phil.
What for effect?
So we can get some idea what's going to happen.
Well, you got a route.
There.
What you got a route around?
Nothing much really. There's just the fuel lines which you can see one of them sticking out there. So that's just got to be joined up on that side to the fuel tap on that side. There's another one to go on the other side here. And we are getting sort of closer to some sort of finished result. Somehow or other. It vaguely goes like that anyway. There you go. It falls down there like that. And that goes there like that. There you go. So it will be a bit more like that.
Lovely. Have you? Does it say what colour the seat is? Is it actually just black? Is it?
Yeah, I mean it's just a semi-gloss black, isn't it? Because they are just sort of plasticky leather. Don't know.
PVC.
There is a seat. I will put it. Trim it off here and just drop it on there just for effect.
So if you are a registered nurse, a recently retired nurse who's willing to join a sports board, or a final year student nurse, our NHS is
Like so.
Yes, indeed. Look at that. Yes. Lovely.
I'm quite pleased with that. That'll complement the other ones quite nicely, won't it?
Yeah. So what you got? You just got to obviously just put them few bits left in there, and once the tank is done properly, and then front fairing, and then glue everything.
There's a lot more decals, and I've got to pick out all the fasteners on the sides because
couple of nights work then.
Yes. Yeah.
Or shall I
All
say a
the-
couple
I
of,
haven't
or
put
shall I
any
say a
yet.
couple of live stream works? I should say.
Yes.
So I'll
just-
make that.
I've
So I'll
got
probably
put-
make that 6 then.
Yeah. All the brake levers, the rear brake levers got to go on, gear
Yeah.
change selector, that sort of thing.
All the little fiddly
mean-
bits.
Yeah, but there's not much left on the sprues now.
No,
Now
that's
the rear
good.
lights have got to go on. So thank you, Don. You're a star. Hey, tea has arrived.
Well done. Got to keep the entertainment business sort of fluid.
Yeah. Oh, apparently there's mirrors to go on as well, which haven't even been touched yet. I've got to paint them. We've got to paint the mounting brackets for the rear light and stuff.
Good.
He's an African pygmy hedgehog. He was a Christmas present from my partner and from one of my dad too. And then
So there's a lot of bits left. There's hardly anything left on the sprues.
Well, that's always a good sign. So long as you haven't sort of mislaid a sprue, then yeah,
No.
you're all right.
There's just the pegs, the gear selector, footrests, kickstart, and the lenses. The light lens for the indicators and stuff. The top bit of the fairing.
Yeah.
Is
that was still in the bag? Was that still in the bag, Tone? That fairing, that clear bit?
but I put it underneath to make sure it didn't get scratched.
Yeah, I was going to say because otherwise you'll end up sort of polishing that because that's going to be the worst thing, or the one thing you don't want to get any little scratch on. So it'll just
the
stick.
fairing's only going to be rested next to it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like can be sort of standing there like that.
Dave was saying that you won't get it finished before Christmas because you've got over 3 hours of Bob Ross to catch up on first. Not going to let you down on that one now. You're going to have to at least watch one episode, Tone. You're going to have at least one episode.
I might have to nominate someone to watch them for me.
No. Like I say, they're only half an hour. Well, the early ones, as far as I can remember, are only about half an hour long. And then some of the other ones were maybe about an hour. But you just want to take one episode, just any episode. Just go on the iPlayer. If they got all of them out on the iPlayer, just pick one at random and watch it. That's what you got to do.
It sounds like a threat. I think. Watch
it, son. You slag. Oh dear, sound like Colin now. Oh God. Right. Do you think there's enough on there, Brick Red, or should I? Can't even see it because it's not even the camera. Or do I need a few more?
I didn't do too much.
Yep, one at random, and then you'll be hooked. There you go. That's what Dad is saying. So there you go. So yeah, just play Russian roulette with the iPlayer. Just scroll down and just stop anywhere, and then Dad is saying it looks like Jack and Vera's front of house. Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, with that artificial cladding on it. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm going to have to repaint this now. Thanks, Dad. Yeah. Shouldn't have told me that because now all I got now is Coronation Street in my bloody head. Oh God. Got the theme tune. Got the theme tune in my head now. Ah, dear. Right.
Chrome silver.
Not that you ever watched it. No, of course you didn't. No, of course you didn't. Just like none of us ever heard of Bob Ross.
I wasn't alone. 100% of this house hadn't heard of him.
Wow.
Even the dog didn't have a clue who you were talking about.
I don't think the dog was born then.
Doesn't mean that she couldn't have seen it since apparently it's on YouTube and she's at home alone a lot.
Oh, I see. You're calling her Macaulay Culkin now, are you? Oh, right. Okay. Right. Ow. Keep thacking my head. Why do I keep thacking my head on this camera, Tone?
Because you've mounted it in the wrong place. I mean, your head, not the camera.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Gonna have to. Now, if I hit it now, then there's going to be something seriously wrong. Right, now, medium sea grey. Now, I don't know whether this is going to be too blue or not, but let's try it just to give it.
It looks like the birds had a lucky escape. And the broken record tell this hardest thing would have been to put it to sleep.
Actually, that's not a bad grade. I quite like that. Where did I get that for? Oh, that's my mosquito.
Right, chrome silver.
You know when you have to buy like certain stuff to make a bigger picture. You have to buy certain, not actual artist picture, but to get a bigger subject, you have to buy a load of other bits and bobs that you only use a little bit of just so you can finish off.
What, like when you buy the ingredients for a curry?
Yeah, and then you're missing that one little thing, but you have to buy a big jar of it, to just yeah. Well, it's a bit like buying supplies for models and stuff, stuff like that. Well, you've seen it. My 350 Enterprise, yeah, and I had to do the pearl paint job.
Yes.
And to get that pearl paint job, I had to buy some pearlescent. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. Let me just.
1 second.
Yeah, hang on. Right. You'll forget you moved it to close to the stream, go to the stand, and then make a brew and spark yourself out. Yeah, not quite, almost, but yeah. Right. Yeah. So anyway, going back to So I had to buy these things. Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah, which are interference colours. Yeah, which are basically powder, like shimmering. Yeah, and I had to put them in clear lacquer or clear coat to make the actual colours up: red, purple, blue, and green. Yeah.
Right.
Well, my daughter, bless her, in a creative whirlwind that she is, just like me, when she gets an idea, like that sort of thing, she has to sort of go with it. She's doing some, or she will be putting flowers into resin, and she wanted some glitter and stuff, and but she can't do it at the moment because drying the flowers out is proven to be a bit more of a chore than what it should be. So she's
Right.
saying about she was on the other day about she wanted some glitter and all that stuff. I said, well, but because obviously everything's in lockdown, you can't just go into art stores and buy stuff, and stuff on Amazon isn't cheap and all this lot, and then you got to wait for delivery, blah blah blah. So I said to her, I said, you want to go into the pound shop? I said, because I'm sure I've seen, kiddies glitter and all that in their little arty farty section. So she went, oh, she said, but all right. Well, I said, well, next time I go in there, I said, I'll have a look. Then she said, well, I also want some shimmering. I said, oh, yeah. I said, what do you mean by shimmering? She said, well, that's a lot finer than glitter, and that reflects rather than. I said, oh. So I went in the spare room and pulled these out and sent a picture of them, and to come back saying, oh my God, you've got Ranger pearls. I said, I've got better than that. I said, I've got interference pearls. And she went, oh, she's that. And then one thing was, oh, have you got a white? I went, no, I've got a pearl white paint. I said, but they ain't gonna be no good for resin. Out of all the colours that she wanted more than anything, she wanted a white. And I thought,
That's always the way, isn't it?
yeah, but I could have saved the day but she said, she might still use them. I said, well, she can use them, she can have them, because I'm not gonna, not unless someone paid me, I'm not going to be doing another 350 Enterprise anytime soon. Not at least a refit anyway.
How much is it going to cost?
What to build one?
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends if you want one with all the bells and whistles, Mr. Cox. If you want one the same as mine, probably about.
Can you make it into a coffee table though?
Well, if I know a good carpenter, I'm sure we could. Yeah.
Richard.
Yes. Make the frame and then get some tempered glass. Yeah, I'm sure we could do that. It doesn't come cheap. You know how long it took me to do my one.
It's a couple of weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of weeks short of 4 years. Yeah, you're about right. Yeah. But then again, it was just an hour or so every night, or whenever I could be bothered. But yeah, I don't fancy. Well, let's put it this way: I definitely wouldn't be doing one that size for myself. The amount of time, money, and effort I put into that last, this one. That even if someone wants to buy it, that will not be going cheap. I tell you that.
Have you given people a view of your
what my Enterprise?
Yeah.
On the Facebook page, yeah, there is the video and the photos on my Facebook page. Dave is saying, "Oh, I use that stuff on the Revel Beach Buggy." Oh yeah, putting that into paint and making them. Yeah, it's great stuff, but you got to be very careful that doesn't knacker up your airbrush. You have to have a very, very wide nozzle on it, and then the trick was trying not to get too much of a build up when you're doing the Aztecs, because otherwise you end up with massive steps, which I've still got on it, but it's not so bad as what it would be if that would have been plastered on there. But yeah, hands up to, or big up to the guys who done the original one, because they were using automotive candy paints then, and to get that into scale would have been a job, but they managed it. But yeah, on the Facebook page, it's when people ask about commission work and you say it's £30 an hour and it's going to take about 150 hours. That's when they sort of panic a bit. Yeah, you're right there. Yeah. They think you think you're going to work for minimum wage, and that's going to be done in 3 hours. Yeah, it don't work like that, unfortunately. But I'd hate to think, really. I mean, over the course of, what did I say? It was about 4 years, wasn't it, Tone? I think it took me to do. Yeah, about 4 years. I mean, how many hours? All right, I never put a stopwatch to it. Never made a log of how long, but it could be looking at getting on close to 1,000 hours at least. And even if you went double minimum wage, so you can say what, £20 an hour, that's a hell of a lot of money just for a plastic model.
I'd want the real thing for that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure someone would invent the way to actually make the real thing for sure. Yeah, but you could probably buy the original studio model for that kind of money. But I mean, this tank's probably got what, 20 odd hours into it so far, and it's still not finished.
Well, this Ducati's got about 8 years in it.
Yeah, but 7.5 of that was stuck in a box, doing nothing.
Yeah. There's a bloke on Millionaire, Phil, who's up to $250,000.
Is he?
Put the £500,000 question up.
Ooh. Has he got any lifelines?
He's now asking the audience. No, he's not.
Oh dear. Oh God. £250,000 question, and he's asking the audience. What's the question?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to take any notice of it. I think he's probably made his mind up.
Has he? What's the question?
The first performed in 1804, Beethoven's Eroica Symphony was originally dedicated to which historical figure? Marie Antoinette, Bonaparte, Louis XIV, Louis XVIII, or Voltaire?
I would have said that was Marie Antoinette, wasn't it?
I wouldn't have a bloody clue, and I most certainly wouldn't be gambling at that stage.
No.
He's just gone for Bonaparte, Phil.
Has he?
He's gone for Bonaparte.
What is his safety net at?
60-odd thousand. He's at $250,000, Phil.
Oh dear.
He's up to £500,000.
Oh, lovely. Well done, audience. Yes. Right. I am getting to the stage where I'm right. I just put my thumb in it. Right. Getting to the stage now where I'm trying to decide whether I want to put any more colours on this or whether to start toning it all down.
Well, I suppose you also got to bear in mind it's going to be a dusty, bloody, dirty sort of thing, isn't it? So you've got to get some muck and stuff on there, even if it's up high level. It's still going to have, sort of all the smoke and everything else that would have been about, because there'd have been a lot of that, wouldn't there?
Well, even if I can just sort of put a sort of spritz of sort of like my stuff that I put on my tank just over it once I've sort of dirtied it up a little bit, that'll be better than nothing. But yeah, just thinking about calling the time on the actual colour palette and then start about thinking about putting a wash on it.
Remember tapping for carers with neighbours after a really wobbly day.
He says as he now keeps painting a couple of other ones. Yeah.
As strictly as you just said.
Yes, you know that. Less is more, Phil.
Yeah.
Remember the lady purchased a rastrator from the concrete garden.
Less might be more, but it's always better to have more if you can fit it in. Right. I'd start to tone it down now, Vera. Hey up there, Jack. Talk about bloody. See, I'm gonna have to. It's a shame that's copyright material, because I could have done my next intro of my next video with the Coronation Street theme and add that on the front. Yeah, but never mind. Right. Yeah, I don't want to get slammed for copyright.
I think, Phil, I'm practically at the end of my thing here.
At the end of your tether?
Oh, I'm just get a little bit of black. I'm just painting everything in preparation for next time.
Lovely. Right, I know what I will do.
I know what I will do as well. I'm just going to touch on a couple of little things that I can see.
Before anything, and that is I've got a very pale grey here, and that is and this is very pale. And that's just to give this a little bit of a tone this down, bring this out.
We are running our COVID-19 technology response on Teams.
Has given us the possibility to continue to innovate.
I can bring them in. I can actually share my screen and show the x-rays. We can do that in a visit like this.
We're living on Teams. It's as simple as that.
From 7:30 to 8 a.m. Monday to Saturday, looking to NHS and social.
Oh, what are you doing? You gone out? What's the matter? Keep staring. What?
That's not me. She's talking to, by the way.
What is it?
Right. That looks a bit too bright on there, but that's gonna calm down once that's dried off a bit, because that's.
What do you want to do? You're not having any more food. No.
Going to tone that, bring that up a bit.
All done. All done.
Someone's getting bold sheep.
No need to talk about Mel like that.
The dog's getting a bit excited because the bloke's on £500,000 now, Phil.
Ah. Are they going to get that last questioning in tonight? I doubt it. I don't know, they might do.
Just asking a question.
Oh,
What?
Tony.
Motorsport, which of these iconic races was held first? The Mall 24 Hours, Monaco Grand Prix, Indy 500, or the Isle of Man TT?
Oh, I'd have gone the Isle of Man TT.
Would you?
Yeah.
What?
First. In the history of motorsport, literally.
Motorsport.
In motorsport.
Motorsport.
Yeah, well, the Isle of Man TT's in motorsport.
I thought it was motorbike.
That's motorsport. It doesn't say motor cars. Right, in order to do motorsport,
No,
which of these
no.
iconic races was held first?
Yeah,
Le Mans 24R,
yeah.
Monaco Grand Prix, which it won't be, will it? The Indy
No.
500 or the Isle of Man TT?
Right. It's either the Le Mans 24-hour or the Isle of Man.
I'd go Isle of Man.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, he's phoning a friend.
His phone. Hang on. I've just got to answer the phone, Phil.
All right.
Hi, Elsa. Sophie Clarkson here. Who wants to be in the Hi there. You well?
Yeah, fair enough, thank you.
Good, good. Andrew, I'm going to hand it over to you in a second. You'll have 30 seconds to read out the question as before possible, and then leave enough time at the end. What else? Okay, you ready, Andrew? Time starts now. Which of these iconic races?
Dad's saying domestic. Don't tell me she don't know.
You
What
do.
is the point of that?
She was off the air like really quick.
Well, you could take a guess. But with £436,000.
So he's going. I've got. Yeah.
So what's he going to do? Ask Clarkson.
He's already asked him one.
Oh dear. 4-1 on. Tony comes off one. They're taking bets against your and Mel's little domestic just then, Tone.
All right, we're all good. He's taking the money.
So he's on. What is he on? £500,000.
£500,000. Phil.
Well, that's not to be sneezed at.
No.
No. Especially not in this day and age. Get it?
Is it? Has he got multiple sclerosis or something? Yeah.
Oh, is it? Is that?
Band.
I was going to say, is that because they shoe on one of the build-up things at a guy in a wheelchair?
That's definitely him.
Ah, right. Okay. Lovely. Well, deserves it then. So,
Come on, then.
is it? Yeah, which one is it?
He's going to play the TT. Oh.
What was it?
It was the Isle of Man TT.
That was. Yeah, that would have been a close call because I think wasn't didn't the Isle of Man TT start just before the war?
Yeah, that was quite a long.
And then
really early.
And then the Le Mans came just after the war, about 5 years after the war. I'm sure it did. So there was a bit of a.
I was fairly certain that was the Isle of Man TT. I think I was like pretty much absolutely certain it was the Isle of Man TT.
Well, that's good then. Right. So
I think we might have had that question in the pub quiz. Which is why I was fairly certain it was the Isle of Man TT.
What you could have made him a millionaire then, Tone.
Yeah, but he didn't ring me, did he?
Well, I thought you did, but I thought you didn't answer the phone because you were too busy on here. I thought that was him ringing you earlier. See, that could have been him calling you earlier, and that was it. You've done it, didn't you? You've ruined it. You've ruined it for him. What, you done?
Hang on, that's not good, is it? Hang on.
Ooh. Hang on, let me go full screen. Hang on.
Let me get that right. Yeah.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Coming up, 7 million workers get a furlough scheme extension and a lockdown where they shoot rule breakers.
Yeah. Right, there you go, Mr. Pete. I think that's me done for the night.
Lovely jubbly. Well, we've actually gone over 2 hours. Just literally just gone over the 2 hour
Next
mark.
time.
Yep. So I think what we'll do, because we've only got 3 left in the stream. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, we've only got 3 left in the stream now, so people are getting to the
I
stage
think we
now.
should leave them wanting more, Phil.
Yeah, definitely. Right, Dave is saying looking very nice, and Dad is saying that's cool.
Thank you.
So what we'll do is we'll leave it now. It's gone the 2 hour mark, so we're done plenty enough. Done our bit for King and Country again this year, or this week I should say. So thanks for everyone for coming. We'll do it again. Night Dad. We'll do it again hopefully this time next week, same back channel. And until then, do you want to say goodbye, Tone?
Goodbye, Tone.
And I'll say goodbye. Yeah, I know, I did. Yeah. Well, I've been waiting for it for 5 weeks. You know, every time I say, "Do you want to say good night, Tone?" But you haven't, and this time you did. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see you next time, same back channel. And until then, be good to each other. Go and build a model, and if you can't go and build a model, be safe. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.